Hola amigos and amiguettes. Female amigos? Anyways, not important. I'm Tech Ninja and I will be reviewing Overwatch. Be breaking down into three separate categories, first being sights and sounds, second being gameplay, and the third being closing comments, where I discuss things I liked, things I didn't like, and just some other senseless babbling. So, one of my friends said it best. This game looks like it was created at Pixar Studios, and a lot of people are turned away from it because of this. But that just makes me laugh because who doesn't love Finding Nemo? I'll tell you who doesn't like Finding Nemo: negative Nancy's. People who don't like puppies and intentionally don't keep your chain emails going, ultimately leading to Jesus not blessing you with 2 weeks of good luck. Anyways, I've been playing Overwatch on my Xbox One, and I found it very eye-pleasing. The cartoony graphics weren't really over the top. It felt like it was adding a little spice and color to real-life locations. With as much going on during a match, my eyes never felt strained by the multitude of colors caused by explosions and other visual effects of characters' abilities. Each arena is set in a different part of the world, from the set of a movie being filmed in Hollywood to the excavation site outside the Temple of Anubis. I gotta give props to Blizzard for spreading that cultural love. I really like when games have Easter eggs. They're so fun to find, and this game has a lot of them with nods to other games that Blizzard has created: the StarCraft series, the Diablo series, and the World of Warcraft. The sound of each character's weapon and abilities all fit with the theme of Overwatch. The dialogue shared between characters while waiting for a match to start was kind of lacking, but the little that was presented was enjoyable. Between my friends and I screaming obscenities and insulting the opposing team's mothers like we're back in high school, you can never really hear the background music. But I'm sure Blizzard knew this was going to happen and decided to focus on other areas of the game. Overwatch's cartoon-themed graphics make it look like a corny kids game, but nothing could be further from the truth. It has a lot of depth, the gameplay is really smooth, and the controls aren't overly complicated. From the outside, matches seem like pure chaos, but communicating with your teammates, planning out tactics, and making split-second decisions like switching characters mid-match are the key to winning. I strongly recommend playing with your friends though, because it's probably easier to put a clip-on tie on a rabid monkey than it is to try and coordinate tactics with your online team. Overwatch has 3 different modes across 12 different maps, each hosting a different mode. For example, we have the Escort the Payload mode. One team tries to escort the moving objective from one point to another, while the other team tries to deny them. There are checkpoints that the payload can reach, and by doing so extends the time that the attacking team has. The payload can be stopped if the enemy team is in close proximity. This makes for some pretty intense close-quarter battles. Some of the most thrilling matches always end in overtime. If someone is near the objective when the timer runs out, it'll jump into overtime, but will run out if your team is nowhere near the objective. I've been there for some glorious comebacks, and I've also participated in some of the most devastating chokes of the year. Each of the 21 characters in Overwatch play a different role in combat, such as offensive, defensive, tanks, and support classes. As you're picking your character, you'll notice on the right hand side that it shows you what the overall team composition is missing. Each character is completely unique in personality, abilities, and combat roles. None of the tanks play the same, nor do the healers. It's really quite impressive for a larger roster in a first-person shooter. Some characters are a little more difficult to use than others, but when you're in the selection menu and you view hero details, it will indicate their difficulty level on a scale of 1 to 3 stars. I had a lot of fun trying out each character and which one worked best for certain defenses and certain situations. I also really liked how each character had a lot of different options for the way you play. Like the healer Zenyatta is a glass cannon. He's a healer, but he also hits like a truck. So I always kept my team healed up, but I was never really useless in a fight either. Just like in every first-person shooter, there's always that one guy that cares way too much about his kill-death ratio. But unfortunately for that narcissistic human being, they don't always get the glory at the end of the match. Instead, you get to vote for one of 4 performances of the match, and you get to see what they considered was the play of the game. I think the play of the game system could use a little tweaking, but again, that could be just the glory hog of me talking. The $60 price tag on an online-only game with no single-player content will always kind of bother me, but it is a Blizzard game, and they are well known for keeping their games alive and providing fresh content for many moons after its release. The only really big gripe I had with Overwatch was that there is no limit on how many of the same characters can be on the team. For example, one of the characters can build turrets, and if you have 6 of them on the same team, it's like having 6 characters plus an additional 6 that you'll have to deal with. And trust me, when you run into that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I just feel like it's really cheap and it takes away from the tactical aspect of the game. Now before any of you elitists say get good scrub, just remember that when the casual gamer runs into these experiences online, they're going to find it just as annoying as we do and spread their bad experiences to others. They're not going to want to pick up the game, and I kind of want support for this game to be around for a long time. But here's hoping that ranked play doesn't allow any of this nonsense. Well, the moment I'm sure most of you skipped all the way to is finally here, and my final verdict of Overwatch is I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, just when you thought you got rid of me, I come back like a Marvel after credit scene. Just want to thank you all for watching my video review of Overwatch, and if you liked it, show me some love, and I will do more in the future. So, I'll see you guys later. Well, I won't really see you per se, but you'll watch the video and whatnot. So, yeah. Okay, bye.